Right, so the pond is now empty. It has all been drained of the water. As you can see, it's empty. So what we are now going to be doing, or what I'm going to be doing now, is to clean the liner. I'm using my jet wash. Yeah, I'm using my jet wash. When you do this with the jet wash, make sure you are very careful because the jet wash is very strong. So the pressure of the water will be very strong, so you have to be very careful with the liner. It can rip your line, your pond liner. So you have to be very, very careful as you do it, particularly if your line is old. Mine is about 7 years old now. I've not had any issues with it. It has not leaked water. It still holds water. So it's a very good liner that I have. So I'm going to clean it with jet wash. Hopefully this will do a very good job. Like I said, as you do this, you have to be very careful. You don't rip the pond liner. Be very gentle. Best is to do it from a distance, a good distance, that breaks up the pressure of the water, so that you don't cause so much pressure on the liner that will cause it to rip. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna remove all this. As you can see, the azola that is stuck to the liner, wash it all down to the bottom, and then I'm gonna just use a bucket to get the water out. Hopefully that should be okay. See, as you can see, it's really doing it quite well. Cleans it quite well. Sorry, I'm holding my camera in one hand while I do this with the other hand. Now, somebody might be wondering why I've got these. These rocks in here. These rocks, I've got them in here because they are very good for keeping the bacteria for the fish. Bacteria attaches itself onto these rocks, and then the bacteria is what helps with keeping the pond water clear. Now, like I said, for some time now, I have not used my filters. I only used the azola and the rocks and the air pump for the past 1 year, over a year now, because I wanted to see what effect that will have on my fish. I was prepared to try and lose some fish, but thank God nothing. I did not lose any of my fish. My fish are all in there now, enjoying themselves. From there, then I'll bring them back when I've filled this bag. So I never used my filter for the past 1 year. Hence the need for me to really clean this off as we approach summer now. Clean it off, fill it up, and put the fish back in here. Looks like my azola really did a lot of good to my pond. It was able to absorb all the nitrates and the ammonium that the fish was producing. So far, my fish has been okay. My water perimeters were okay. So it worked. So if you want, you can also try that. But you have to be very observant to your water, checking your water on a daily basis to know, or a weekly basis to know how the water parameters are. Otherwise, you end up losing all your fish. But this year, I said in my earlier videos that I'm gonna do a bulk filter. which I'm gonna build on top there. We'll do videos as I start doing that. I've got all these plants that I've got. I've got plants there, and some of them are here. Yeah, so I'm gonna use these plants in my bog filter up there, and have the water flow through the bog filter back into the pond, and see how well that works. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll come and do a video again after I have finished cleaning. Okay, right, all the cleaning is done now. The pond is all clean. As you can see, the jet wash does a very good job. So the whole pond is all clean now. So the next thing now is I'm going to rearrange these pots in here, and then fill it up with water. Like I said, I'm going to make a bog filter there, but before I do that, these plants need somewhere to go. So I'm going to put them back in here. I'm going to just line them up at the bottom where it's deeper. I'll line them up there, like where the other one is. I'll just line them up in a straight line and leave them there. Then when I've done my filter, my bog filter, I will get into the pond, take the plants out and plant them in the bog filter. But for now, let me do the plants, and then we'll start refilling it up with water. Hopefully by the end of the day, it will be full with water. Then I'll add my decolinator, and it will be ready for my fish to be transferred back into this one. Okay, thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Right, we have now started refilling the pond up. It will take a bit of time. Now, you will notice that I have put this net across here. This net across here. It across, and the reason for why I've put this net is I want to separate the males from the females. So I'll put the females in there because I only have, I think, about 3 females. The other ones, which I think are ready to spawn, I think there are just 3 of them. The rest of them are still young. I don't think they'll breed this year. So on this side, I'll put all the males and all the young ones. Let me show you where my fish is. My fish are in here, right? So we've got this one which is female. The orange one is also female, and then you've got, running away from me now, you've got the black one that is trailing at the side. This one, that's a female as well, and the other one is, I don't know if you can be able to see this one. Yeah, that's a female. So I've got the 3 females, which I think these ones will breed this year again. The rest of them are males, and the other ones are female, but they're still very young, as you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly if I come onto this side, if they don't run away from me. So you see, like this one, that is female, but it's still very young. I don't think it's going to breed this year, so we'll have to wait until next year. So I think I've only got the 3 big ones that are ready to breed, to spawn this year. So I'll separate those, put them separate, and then the rest of them will go onto the other side. And then when it gets to about, because we are still in March, when it gets to about end of April, May, somewhere there, I will then take the males, because I want to use this male, this one that is black and white, the 2 of them right next to each other. That's the Sankey. So we'll use those ones to breed with the females, and then we'll see how we get on. So continue with the update on the pond. As you can see now, the pond is all filled up. I've put water, it's full of water now. I started feeding it up yesterday and Saturday morning, and by the evening it was all full. So I did not transfer the fish in here yesterday. I wanted it to sit the night just to help with the chlorine, because chlorine evaporates. So I'm hoping that it's all gone, but to be sure, I've got my dechlorinator here with me. There, that's my dechlorinator that I made. So I'm gonna put it in there. Just put a few drops of it in there. My pond is about 4,500 liters, and this dechlorinator is, as you can see, it's 25 mils to 1,000 liters. So 25 mils to 1,000 liters, and I've got about 4,500 liters, so which makes it what, 250 mils would be enough of the dechlorinator to put. So I'll put 250 mils, and that should be fine. And then I'll transfer the fish. As you know, the fish, they are in here, and I'll transfer them from there into there. But like I said before, I want to separate them. On this side, I'll put the females, and on that side, I'll put the males and the rest of the young the young ones. This is just for me to start getting ready to start breeding them, and then when they are ready for breeding or spawning, I will take the males and bring them. I'll pick one or two or three males from the ones I'll put this side, and I'll bring them to this side. So I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna pause the video until I have done that, and then I'll get back to you. Thank you. Right, let's do my final video now. All the fish are back in here. They're all back in here. Looks like they're getting on okay. So it's all filled up. All the fish are back inside now. I'm sure you can see them there. They're all back. I've put my air stones. Even these ones that I've separated. So I've separated the females, the adult females. I've got 3 of them that I've separated in here. So they'll stay in this side of the pond until when they are ready to start to spawn. Then I'll mix them with the males. I'll take 2 of the males in there and put them here. So that's my final project. Not my final project. My final part of cleaning this pond. It's all clean, water is crystal clear. So my next thing now is to connect my pump to start running. I didn't want to really connect the pump until I have done the bob filter. So I guess that will be my next project, is to do the bob filter first before even running the pump. I'm sure this water will be okay until then. So the fish are all swimming okay. All is alright. Seem happy. Yeah. So I've put a total of 38 of the small ones, the ones that I got from my tank in the house, the aquarium in the house. And then I forgot to count the others to see those which were already in this pond. I think there were about 35 if I'm not mistaken. So altogether in here, roughly, I think I've got about 70 fish. That includes the small ones. So they should be okay in here. This is big enough for them. As long as the water quality is good, we shouldn't have any problems with them. Alright, so my next video will be when I'm doing the bob filter, which hopefully is in the next few days. I'm still getting all the bits and pieces I need to make the filter. So until then, from me, it's goodbye and see you soon.